All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Q&A. I have everything completely mixed up. I didn't want to switch up my Twitch setup here because it's always it's frustrating to have to move everything from here because surprise, surprise, this is a futon and everything right here, but all my computer stuff is right over there. So yeah, it's always kind of frustrating to have to move everything. But what is going on, everybody? Yeah, just a Q&A. We're gonna be hanging out. I got my coffee. I got all you guys here in the chat. We got Patrick. We have Jaren Talks Movies. What's going on? And Crunchy. What is going on, fellas? Yeah, if you guys have questions or anything you guys want to talk about, just let me know. Yeah, just hanging out with my wang out. Not really. I will say I have some questions over on Patreon that I have to pull up. And if you are a JBuck Studios Patreon member, I'm trying to think of what level it is. I think $5 a month. No matter what, you get a handful of questions answered on these monthly or every other week Q&A streams. So if you do really want your question read, don't worry. If just become a JBuck Studios Patreon member, and yeah, your question is automatically read, automatically answered, and it is very much appreciated on my part. So yeah, thank you. But who do we got here? We have Patrick saying it's 5 a.m. Why am I not asleep yet? Yeah, man, what are you doing? I'm surprised you're awake right now. Thank you, though, for being awake and tuning in. But otherwise, I'm surprised you're not playing Fall Guys right now. Fall Guys for sure. Let me log this in quick because I am not entirely ready. But what have you guys all been up to? Did any of you guys go out to the movie theaters this last weekend to see the New Mutants or anything like that? Let me know in the chat. And yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, you know. Let's see here. Hopefully that's my password. If not, I don't know what my password is. All right, so yeah, throw those questions in. I'm going to pull up the Patreon ones, and I will answer those ones first. Thank you again for all of you Patreon members over on JBuck Studios. I appreciate it so much. So we have a couple questions over there that we will answer first. We have one from my good buddy from high school, Robert Meharry. He is a writer and whatnot. Anyways, he says, which comedy movies make you cry and which serious dramas make you laugh? So this is a good question. I'm trying to think. Comedy movies that make me cry. I mean, from laughing too hard. Actually, you know what? Does Click count as a comedy movie? Because every time I watch that movie, and it's the end scene where he's running, Adam Sandler is running in the rain and whatnot, that always brings me to tears. Very emotional movie and whatnot. So I don't know entirely if that's a comedy movie, but we're going to call it that. And then serious dramas that make me laugh. Probably anything with Al Pacino where he's just like going over the top. Like hell, even in The Irishman, there were a few scenes of him as Jimmy Hoffa where he just essentially explodes, and it's just, I don't know, I thought it was funny. I'm sure if I would do a little bit more research, I would know exactly my answers for those questions. But that's kind of my answers right there. And then we have another one from Patreon. And again, thank you guys for throwing some questions in the chat. Alex Madden, great guy. He's part of the Cinemania World podcast page and also fellow reviewer on YouTube. He asks, who would win in a fight, Godzilla or Bowser? Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say Godzilla because of sheer size. But if you factor in the Super Smash or the Ultimate Smash of Bowser where he turns into Giga Bowser, then we have something there. We have a giant Giga Bowser who is not necessarily being able to move that quick, but he has flame breath. He can jump up and do spinny things. And then Godzilla, though. Yeah, so if it's Giga Bowser versus Godzilla, I'm still going to go with Godzilla because he has that, like, ultimate flame blue fire breath or whatever the hell you call that. Plus, he has a tail. Bowser doesn't really have much of a tail. The only thing he has is a spiky shell. So I think that he could just hide in his shell, and Godzilla would get his hands all poked, like thumbtacks. But yeah, I'm going with Godzilla right now. All right. So I think that those are all of the Patreon questions that I got this month. So again, thank you everyone who sent in Patreon questions and supporting the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. All right. So let's go over to the chat and let's see what you guys are throwing in here. Okay. All right. I'm sure Patrick here is throwing in a stupid question. My first question, is there any way that I can convince you that baked beans is a menu item? Okay. Okay, well, right there, you're forgetting a question. You're probably saying breakfast. So it is a menu item, but the thing is, it's not a breakfast item. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't have baked beans for breakfast. Have hash browns. You have eggs, you have hash browns, you have toast, you have waffles, pancakes, French toast, you have orange juice, milk, hell, cranberry juice, a mimosa. Baked beans are not a breakfast item, Patrick. I know that you guys do everything ass backwards, backs upside down, your toilet's flushed the wrong way. But baked beans are not a breakfast item. I don't care how much you try to convince me. I will make you an Aussie breakfast when we eventually meet. No, because I don't want that. I don't want baked beans for breakfast. No one wants baked beans. Baked beans is a side item. See, Jaren knows what's up. Jaren, this guy's speaking the truth right now. He knows that you're having a barbecue, you want some chips, classic potatoes, some maybe Lay's or Ruffles, a nice burger, maybe a nice hot dog, and then baked beans on the side. That's where baked beans belong, Patrick. You're absolutely insane, man. Absolutely insane. Movies ain't open here in New York City. Oh, man, Crunchy. So Crunchy is not able to see movies yet. I will say I'm fortunate enough to live in the middle of nowhere. So yes, we had movie theaters open up. There's actually one that's pretty close by. It's strictly only to the state of Iowa, and I think maybe one or two other establishments in like the state right across the borders. But they've been open for about a month. I have not gone there, but I did go see New Mutants this last weekend, and I'm seeing Tenet tomorrow, so I'm very excited for that. Very excited for those movies. And I'm sorry that you're missing out on movies. Are you watching a lot of streaming stuff? I'm curious about that. All right, Mike Media coming in here. Mike Media, what's going on, Mike? A guy that we play Fall Guys with, too. Fun conversations over there on Twitch, which if you have a Twitch channel, jump over and follow JBuck Studios. I honestly stream like 5 days a week, so jump over there. And then this Friday, specifically, I will be streaming Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the like kind of remake or whatever like that. So jump over there. Let's see here. When are you planning on seeing Tenet? I got my tickets for tomorrow night. So yeah, Jaren, great question. I am seeing Tenet tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central Time in IMAX, baby. I was going to go to the XD screen, but I was like, you know what? I haven't been to a movie in essentially 6 months. Let's treat myself. I'm taking myself out on a nice date. I'm going to see Tenet all by myself because, spoiler, that's how I see most of my movies. So I'm really excited to see what Tenet has in store for sure. Very much looking forward to that. When I'm curious, I'm sure all of you guys in the chat are going to see Tenet as well. Patrick's seen it about 7 times already, but I'm curious, are you guys all seeing it tomorrow, or are theaters not open close by? AJREACTS 2. Jared, what's going on, man? What's going on, AJ? I'm doing well, man. Sunday Funday. Another guy that's over on Twitch, so if you guys aren't following AJ, jump over there if you like video games. He's been streaming, I believe, some Spider-Man. I'm not entirely sure what else he's been streaming over there, but if you like Twitch channels and video games, go give that guy a follow for sure. You mean the #1 movie in America is the New Mutants. Yeah, that's true. #1 movie in America, people. I hope that they, Tyler, I hope that they imply or input that into their marketing and say, the #1 movie in America right now. Critics are saying it's okay. It's not the worst X-Men, and it's a movie. I think that should be the taglines for the commercial. Just play into the hype of it, or the comedy of all of it. I think that's what they should do for that. Let's see here. Jared, what do you think of Patrick is doing with his meat pie? Mike, I'm not going to get into that entirely, but that guy, he eats too many pies. Every single day, Patrick is eating pies. I'm curious, who the hell else is eating meat pies out there? Because I don't think I've ever had a goddamn meat pie. I've had a cherry pie. I've had a chicken pot pie, but never a meat pie. Never a meat pie for sure. Imagine seeing New Mutants before Tenet. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's the thing, is I needed to go into just a movie to make it feel better. Now I'm engaged. I am ready for the movie theater, and I'm ready to see Tenet. So I'm ready to get my socks blown off. I'm wearing 2 pairs just in case the first pair does get blown off, so then my feet don't get cold. But yeah, very, very excited for that. Tenet tomorrow, baby! Yeah, Jaron is saying Click is a dark comedy, so yeah, we're gonna call it comedy. You know, dark right there, dark comedy. AJ reacts. Click is a comedy for sure. Yes. Let's see here. Patrick, I'm eating a meat pie as we speak. Actually, no joke, Mike. Patrick, how many? No lie. How many pies, specifically meat pies, do you eat in a week? Not a day, in a week, because you had one last night and now you're having one now. So within like essentially what? Not 12 hours, about 15 hours, you've had 2 already. That's insane, man. It's insane. All right, let's see here. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying in the chat? One thing I will say, thank you guys all for hanging out on, there's 10 people here. Thanks for jumping in here on a Sunday, just hanging out. I got my coffee here, obviously, and I'm just kind of chilling. I might do a lot more shows from this couch because, honestly, it's a lot more comfortable, and I can lean back. I have all my snacks over here. Don't mind the boxes and all the other crazy shit in the background. Maybe I'll put some more movie posters back there. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Geez, all that shade, Patrick. Some of us don't have a choice. Yeah, some of us don't get to see Tenet early like you. You crazy man. Haha, only joking around, Jaron. I actually can't wait for everyone else to see Tenet. I'm super curious to read and hear everyone else's thoughts. Yeah, Patrick's seen it twice. We'll see it, hopefully. We'll hopefully finally see it in one of these days. All right. Let's see here. Okay, Garlic. What's going on, ARG? Okay, Garlic. Great fan of the channel. Appreciate it. Nice to see your name in here. What is your favorite video game? Well, you know what? Throw your favorite video game in the chat because I'm curious what yours is. But my favorite video game. Oh, God. I really, really enjoy kind of retro, like it's nostalgic, Super Nintendo games. And the three, I'm going to say 3 Super Nintendo games that I absolutely love are Donkey Kong Country 1. Donkey Kong Country 2 is it's so close to being better than the first one, but I like the first one, nostalgic and everything. Mega Man X, because I grew up with that game and I play it every so often. Hell, I'll probably stream it sometime coming soon. But then Super Mario Yoshi's Island, I believe. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, where you actually play as Yoshi with the baby Mario. It's super annoying when the baby gets hit off of Yoshi, but I love that game. I mean, sure, there's other games that I absolutely love, like on newer generations of consoles. Like I've played Final Fantasy X many a time, but I think that those are kind of like the nostalgia feel-good games of N60, or not N64, but Super Nintendo, but also there's quite a few N64 games as well. Jet Force Gemini and Star Fox for sure. I love those. Super Mario World as well, or Super Mario World. Great question, though. I like that. And yeah, I'm playing more video games, so if you guys do want to watch me play video games, jump over to Twitch. Same channel name. Do you like The Winter Soldier and why? All right, AJ, getting into the Marvel questions here. So I do. I really do enjoy The Winter Soldier. And actually, I think when I did, and I don't do rankings as much as I used to, but when I did my last MCU ranking, it was, I think it hit at number 1. I think it hit at number 1 on my list. No. I had it at number 2, I want to say. I think I had Winter Soldier at 2 and Endgame at number 1. But yeah, oh my God. Winter Soldier is one of my favorite ones for sure. And the reason I like it is because, come on, camera, focus on me. Come on, focus. There we go. We're back in focus. The reason I enjoy it so much is because I just love kind of the spy thriller angle. I know that everyone says that's the case, but I don't know. I just like how it was kind of toned down. Sure, it wasn't the end of the world, even though there was the helicarriers at the very end. But I love a good mystery and trying to see people, kind of switch sides. And, that's why I'm looking forward to Black Widow a little bit, because I think that we might get a little bit taste of Winter Soldier in that movie, kind of the flair and the way things are structured, where sure, it might be the end of the world in a sense, but we're going to get more of this kind of spy thriller type movie, I guess. Do you like the character, the Winter Soldier, and why? All right, the Winter Soldier, I do. At first, honestly, I didn't like him, but I think he's kind of grown on me, where he kind of has a little bit of humanity. The first time we see him in the Winter Soldier, he's just kind of this evil force, and sure, he's Bucky. We get a little bit of backstory, but I wasn't entirely invested in the character at that time. But when we start to get him in Civil War and the Avengers movies, I was on board. I liked him. I like his metal arm. I like any character that has like some kind of weird piece of them, and he has a metal arm, so I like that. Whole movie explained poorly for I'm thinking of ending things. Yeah, Tyler, I am working on that right now. I actually have to watch the movie, I think, for a second and third time to understand what the hell that movie is even about. But that will drop probably Friday on the channel. I will, Yeah, that's a... If people haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it, coming out this Friday on Netflix. I'm thinking of ending things. It's a Charlie Kaufman film. We all have reviews. Tyler has a review. I have one. Griffin over on FilmSpeak has one as well. So check out our reviews if you're curious on what this movie is, but I highly recommend checking it out. And there will be, don't worry, an ending explained for that video. Crunchy coming in here with the not even hot takes, the correct takes right now. Hash browns are so good. Yes. The thing is, I'm curious. Hash browns from McDonald's, where it's like, a hash brown piece. Do you like the loose hash browns, or do you like, I guess it's not even hash browns. It's like breakfast potatoes. Because I think that I like the solid hash brown, so then I can put it on a sandwich. But then I would say breakfast potatoes are last, because sometimes they don't cook them right and they're really dry. So, as you guys know, I love talking about food, so I don't care. I'm not going to apologize. Patrick, you make bacon hash browns, BBQ snags. What the fuck is BBQ snags? And then you dip them in the sauce left over from the baked beans. It's beautiful, and it will prove you wrong, my friend. You will never win. No, this is what you do. You have bacon, hash browns, toast, and egg, and the egg is an over easy egg, so then when you cut it, there's the yolk everywhere, and you use the toast to whip up the egg. Come on. You guys don't know your breakfast. Get your shit together. All right, no, Patrick. You do. We don't. Yeah. I rent and stream a lot of stuff. Yeah, the new Phineas and Ferb movie looks solid. Yeah, I know that came out on Disney Plus. Some fans of that, love it so far, I think, from what I've gathered. That cartoon was a little bit after my time, so I know nothing about it. So I cannot comment, nor good nor bad, about that at all. Let's see here. Got my screening for After We Collided for September 9th. And we'll be watching 2020's most anticipated romance when it's released. Ugh. Patrick, why do you put yourself through this? Why do you make yourself suffer through these movies, sir? Why? I guess, yeah, if you guys are looking forward to After We Collided, jump over and find out what Patrick has to think about it, I guess. Who knows? All right, let's go here. I'd see Tenet if my theater was open. Yeah, Crunchy. I think everyone's kind of in that boat where if the movie theater was open, we would definitely be going to it. I'm fortunate. I am lucky that it is open where I am for sure. Yeah. I've seen Tenet 3 times already. Oh my gosh, 3. So it wasn't 2. I'm legit tempting to write ending explain video for it, and my brain hurts every time I sit down to start finishing it. Here's an idea. Do the video backwards. That might help. Again, I have yet to see Tenet, so I don't even know what the hell the movie's about. But make it backwards. Do the whole video backwards. I think that would be awesome. Geez, okay, wow, we got a lot of people in here. Hey, Toast Media. Hey, Buckowski. I like that. Toast, what's going on, Toasty? How are you doing, my man? Art Wisdom. Jared, how do you get your bangs looking so good? Look at these. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, I was filming something earlier, and it needed to look somewhat professional. So therefore, I didn't film it, and I tried to get a haircut, but it's like no lie. Right now, it's a 2-hour wait because you can check in online, and it's kind of like 1 in, 1 out. So I will be hopefully getting a haircut tomorrow. So the bangs, I appreciate it, but they will be going bye-bye. I have found out I need to get a more mature haircut because everyone thinks I'm 16 years old, which whatever, that's cool, but yeah, I don't know. All right, Art. Shepherd's pie is good, so is Parmesan chicken pot pie. All right. Yeah, what exactly is in a shepherd's pie? I'm curious. I don't think I've ever heard one. I always hear it. I always hear about it, but I've never had one, actually. Oh, my God. Patrick. Okay, this is referring to the question of how many pies this guy eats. Patrick eats 14 pies a week. 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch every day, and sometimes 3 a day if I want to spoil myself. So do you just go and buy a case of meat pies and then get going? Like, Patrick, that is too many meat pies. Switch it up. Make a sandwich here or there. A nice club sandwich. Maybe a nice spaghetti. A spaghetti. I don't know, man. You are... Oh my gosh, you're doing crazy. Let's see here. Stormy 821. So is Tenet worth it? Well, Stormy, I've yet to see it. You'll find out tomorrow. I'll have a non-spoiler review tomorrow for sure. Patrick has seen it, so if you do want to get a non-spoiler review, jump over to Patrick's channel. I know that he has seen it. I know that Ren Geekness has also seen it. But tomorrow, if you want to know my thoughts, it'll be out tomorrow evening, I believe, because I'm seeing it at 5 p.m. Central Time. Art coming in here. Jared, before I subscribed to your channel, I saw you on someone else's live stream, and I was like, I don't like this guy. He looks mean. He's not smiling, and he's not talking. Boy, was I wrong. Well, Art, you know what? I'm glad. I appreciate your honesty, and I do honestly have a resting bitch face. I love to laugh and stuff, and sometimes I'm just that was probably me trying to think about 20 different things in my mind. I'm gonna be honest, I have a hard time relaxing, so that's probably what it came off as, but thank you for at least giving me a shot. I appreciate that because I know that, you know, when you go over to someone else's channel, that's the first impression, the first time you see them and stuff. So, you know, some people might like you, some people might not like you. So I appreciate you giving me the chance, sir. I appreciate that. Toast actually saw Click for the first time a few months ago, and I'm actually still in shock how it transitioned from a cringeworthy comedy into a dark and depressing one at the end. Yeah, and that's the thing is the beginning of that movie, the first, like, hour is kind of just like, okay, whatever, it's another Adam Sandler type movie. And then it just, oh my gosh, it rips your heart out at the end. And that's the thing is, that movie, man, it brings me to tears every single time because it honestly is this thing is like, look at your life right now. Is this kind of the way you want to live? Is work more important than family and your own kind of life in general? I mean, because the thing is, and not to get all philosophical on you, you don't have much time on this world. And, you know, the what's happened this year definitely has kind of opened my eyes of just kind of enjoy it while you can, I would say. Yeah. Tyler coming in here with the hot takes of saying Superman 64 was probably his favorite game. I'm sure it wasn't because that game was notorious for being one of the most broken, incomplete train wrecks of a game. Don't play that. And if you do have it, I actually think it would be really funny if someone could stream it because it'd be just a hell of a train wreck of a game, like I said. Are you still having Vietnam flashbacks and PTSD from when I threw you off as a unicorn during rollout? Patrick, not gonna lie, I had a dream. Okay, people that don't know, there's a game on PlayStation called Fall Guys, and it's essentially a battle royale. You play a bunch of like mini games and see who can get to the end. And Patrick, myself, Tyler Calvert here, and my two buddies from the SoCo show, we've been playing a lot of it, again, over on Twitch. And Patrick is a dick when we play because he always is messing with me. He's throwing me off the edge and stuff. And no lie, I've been playing this game so much. I had a dream about it last night. I don't remember. I just remember trying to run and grab a crown. So I think that this means I need to maybe take a break from it because I've been playing it way too much. Oh, God. How many crowns have you won so far in Fall Guys? I know I've been on most of your Twitch streams, and I sort of forgot. Yeah, Toast, thank you so much for tuning into those live streams, my man. I really appreciate it. How many crowns I've won? I think over 20 now. I know that there was a trophy that popped that I think it's like you unlock one of the trophies when you get 20 wins, and I got that a couple days ago. So maybe 20 or 21? Maybe. No. Yeah, maybe, because I think I have like 16 crowns right now, and I've spent 7 of them so far. So I would say maybe 20-ish right there. Art coming in here. I love Yoshi. Yeah, I love Yoshi as well. It's funny because speaking of Yoshi, there's a Game Boy game called Yoshi's Cookies. And I think my cousin gave it to me way back in the day, and I played the crap out of that game. Essentially, it's just a matching game where there's like rows of cookies, and you have to use Yoshi to connect the rows, kind of like a Tetris type thing. Yeah, it's a very simple game, but I was so addicted to Yoshi's Cookies for sure. No, Tyler, no, God, please, no. Yeah, talking about Superman 64, I'm sure. AJ Reacts, my favorite video game franchise is Uncharted series. Favorite game, Last of Us. Crash Bandicoot 2 is a close second. Yeah, Uncharted is a fantastic series if you guys haven't played it. Right before the 4th one came out, I binged through 1, 2, and 3 because I had never played them. And it was just a perfect lead up to the 4th one. Out of that series, though, I think 2 is my favorite out of that one because of the train scene, how it opens up. Last of Us 1 and 2, absolutely love. And Crash Bandicoot 2, I only have had a little bit of experience with. I played the original one a lot. But the second one, I had a demo disc that had the second one. It had an ice level, and I know that whole game there's a lot of terrain, but there was an ice level that was on a demo disc, and then also a demo of Bloody Roar, and also a demo of A Bug's Life. So that was like a weird demo disc of having A Bug's Life, Bloody Roar, Crash Bandicoot. It was such a weird thing. Please give me, Jaren has to say, please give me a crash course with OBS. Really want to take my streams up a notch. StreamYard is much easier, but OBS seems to have way more possibilities. Yeah, Jaren, I'm going to be honest. I kind of taught myself years ago, like 5 years ago when I was trying to do Twitch and stuff. I sort of taught myself how to use OBS. Completely fell off, wasn't doing Twitch, jumped back over to YouTube. Now I'm back over to Twitch, and it's a thing just watching a bunch of videos. I honestly just watched a ton of videos from the setup to what I need to kind of the internet speed and whatnot. And the thing is, that gives you so much more opportunity. If you bring guests on and want to do Q&As and stuff like this, StreamYard is probably the best bet. Just because I can, like you said, bring up the question right there. But OBS, like, if you guys tune into JBuck Live, throwing the transitions in, throwing all of that stuff in, I guess, Jaren, just let me know. Otherwise, watch YouTube videos, because that's how I taught myself. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I read a bunch of articles, and essentially taught myself. Hash browns ranked. Yeah, AJ. So hash browns, I'm going to say, because there's hash browns, there's breakfast potatoes. There's the main. No, you know what? That might take a little bit more thought, because I'm trying to think. There's like tater tots, which you could call, like, if you put those at the bottom of like a breakfast smasher at Perkins. So tater tots could be a thing. There's the flat or triangle ones that usually they served at school. There's the flaky normal ones, or there's the breakfast potatoes. And I'm still saying the breakfast potatoes are probably the worst of the bunch. I do love a good layer. Like if you give me a good layer of tater tots with 2 eggs. Oh, no. Tater tots, 2 patties of sausage, 2 eggs, and a bunch of gravy. Oh my God, that white sausage gravy. Whew, that's a turn on for me. Anyone out there, I love food. Again, I love food so much. And I definitely want to make breakfast after this. So yeah. All right, so yeah, AJ's coming in. Yeah, breakfast potatoes last, shredded, and then hash brown patties. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right because I like to have a nice consistency like I want a crunch to it. I like a nice crunch on hash browns, and that's where the patty comes in. You can get a good crunch with the shredded, but a lot of places they'll serve it to you and it's kind of soggy. Sure, the top part is a little bit crispy, but you want the full part to be just that delicious, just crunch into it. Definitely hash brown patties. Love it. All right, man, the chat just jumped a bunch. Let's see here. I need to show you the Aussie way, my friend. P.S. BBQ snags are barbecued sausages. It's the Aussie name for it. Some BBQ snags, eh? BBQ snags sounds a lot cooler than barbecued sausages. I think I'm gonna start calling them BBQ snags. I'm gonna go to the store and be like, "Hey, you guys got any barbecue snags over there?" That was a weird accent that just came out. I don't know what happened right there. I put myself through it and suffer through these movies so you don't have to. Well, thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Yeets, easy. Thoughts on Kill Bill 3? I think there's something there. I don't know if Tarantino will do it. I think it'd be cool if he came back and made it a trilogy, essentially, because the character, you know, she always said have the daughter come back and find her. Basically, the story is there. It's just whether or not he's going to do it. Does he want to revisit something that he's already kind of created, or does he want to kind of go off and do his own thing? Because there's that whole like Star Trek movie that he's been rumored to try to do and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see it for sure. How does this sound? Poached egg, orange juice, buttered toast, and tea. A fruit salad in gelatin with a few crackers. Whoa. Crackers? Gelatin? Wait. So you're having a fruit salad with crackers? 2 finely grilled chops with mashed potatoes, carrots. I mean, honestly, that all sounds really good, but I'm confused. A fruit salad in gelatin with a few crackers, like the wrapped ones that are like rectangles. I like them, but they don't mix them with the gelatin or fruit salad, man. Do not do that. Otherwise, everything else is amazing. I don't like peas. You can throw the peas out of there. Get the peas out of there and maybe give me a grilled corn on the cob instead. I think I'd be down for that. I like Dunkin' Donuts hash browns. Are those the crunchy? Are those just the rings, the potato coins, essentially? I'm curious about that. I think that those hash browns there, if I'm right, they're essentially potato olays without the olay seasoning on it. Going back to the shepherd's pie, it contains shepherds. All right, thank you, Tyler, for the insight into the shepherd's pie. Yeet Easy is saying, is New Mutants worth it? It depends. I think I said it was worth it just because I had been waiting for this movie for literally 3+ years. And I just wanted to actually finally see it. I know that a lot of people don't like it. I was right in the middle. I thought it was a passable movie. It could have been a lot better. And I know that some people are saying that it's the worst X-Men movie out there, even below Dark Phoenix, even below Origins. So I don't know. I think if you're a fan of X-Men and weird, you know, any of the actresses or actors in it, maybe go for it. Otherwise, wait until streaming, if and when it ever comes to streaming. But I don't know if it's entirely worth the money right now. Let's see here. Nope, $8 at Aldi for a pack of 4 pies, so I buy 4 of them, giving me 16 pies, and I could cook them in the oven for 45 minutes at 180 degrees. Wait a minute, hold on. You're baking the pie at 180 degrees. Are they not frozen? Are they like refrigerated? Because if that's a frozen pie, I personally don't think that it would get cooked at 180 degrees. Unless, oh, wait a minute. Are you on Celsius? Are you on Celsius scale? I think you might be. Never mind. So 180 degrees Celsius would then be, because 100 is 212, almost double that. So that's like almost 400. So I think that might actually make a lot of sense now. Let's see here. Shepherd's pie has meat, potatoes, peas, carrots. Okay. So essentially, I think I have had a shepherd's pie then. I don't think it was officially called that, but I've had it because I think it had like a roast beef or some kind of beef meat in it. So, yeah. Let's see here. Before entering this film realm, did you ever consider comedy as a career? I swear by my statement that you are the funniest guy in our space. Well, thank you, Jaron. I know a lot of people say that Jay Vaders is their funny one, their go-to funny guy, but I appreciate that. Yes and no. I guess it's a thing where, to be honest, I followed a path that I didn't entirely believe in. Going to college, I think was good. It made me get communication skills. I'm personable. I'm educated. I can get a job. I don't think it was entirely worth it because I went for 2 degrees that I don't really like to use. And honestly, getting into YouTube, film was kind of almost a transition. I don't know. It's like this weird thing where I would almost say like Mark Ellis, where I really enjoy comedy, but I haven't done, aside from writing sketches and stuff, I haven't gone on stage and actually worked out material, but I also very much love movies. And as you guys know, I put comedy in all of my videos, or at least try to. So I would love to do something in the comedy realm, either writing, performing, stand-up comedy, anything like that, man. I just want to be able to entertain people and make enough money to do that. I don't have to be rich. I don't have to be successful. I just want to have a group of people that I can make enough money that I can sustain my lifestyle, but also do what I love doing, essentially. What is the film you loved the first time but hated upon rewatch? Oh, man. AJ, this is a good question. I would have to go through kind of stuff that something that I loved the first time but hated the next time. Oh, God. Maybe, The Murder on the Orient Express. I'm just kind of thinking, no, Blade Runner. I think Blade Runner 2049. I really enjoyed it the first time because I was like excited to see it. It was all of these great visuals. It was a sequel. Harrison Ford, Ryan Gosling, all of that stuff. Weird world. But when I rewatched it, I was like, the luster has kind of fallen off. And maybe it's because that movie was made for a movie screen. It's big, it's bright, it's colorful. It has mega, like really great sound. And watching that at home just did not carry the same oomph that it did. Plus, I don't know, I thought it was way too long. It kind of lacked on a rewatch. Patrick says, I have a confession to make. I've never seen Click. Oh my gosh, Patrick, stop watching these really bad movies and go watch, I guess Click, I wouldn't say is entirely a good movie, but go watch these movies that more people talk about. I mean, I will be honest, I haven't seen like a lot of movies like Godfather. I haven't seen any of the Godfather movies. I haven't seen Goodfellas. I haven't seen Schindler's List. Like I guess I'll allow it, Patrick, because there's a lot of must-see movies that I haven't seen as well. All right. Fall Guys is great. Yeah, love me some Fall Guys. Oh shit, here comes Pac-Man. Wah. I just got Fall Guys on Friday. It's so frustrating. Yeah, AJ, it's absolutely frustrating, especially when you're playing with friends and they throw you off the edge. Patrick, I will never forgive you. AJ, are you playing it on PlayStation 4 or are you playing it on Steam? Because I know that if you're playing on the computer, I heard the computer is a little bit more difficult, according to some people. I know some people are really good at the game, but you got to get that crown, man. When you get that crown finally, it sounds like it's such a good feeling. You're never allowed to take a break from Fall Guys. We have to get in tournaments and champions. Honestly, Patrick, if we could get on Twitch and somehow get into that championship that they're talking about where everyone, I think, wins $50,000, I would be down for it, man. I think that that'd be really fun to do. We would have to definitely work on our fall ball. We would have to work on our fall ball game, though, for sure. Oh, man. I love how this chat just instantly jumps for me. I love cookies, chewy chocolate chip, bonus if you add peanut butter and white. Oh, Art, you are on to something there, because I love me a nice warm, right out of the oven chocolate chip cookie. And if you're saying you want oatmeal raisin or something, get the hell out of here. Oatmeal raisin is the worst cookie on the spectrum. But you're throwing in a nice idea here of putting peanut butter and white chocolate chips in there. And I'm just imagining it coming out of the oven, letting it sit for maybe 5-10 minutes and biting into it. And it's still like you pull it apart and the chocolate. Oh, man. Oof. You know what? I might get real creative this week and just go make some cookies, because that sounds awesome. Cookies and ice cream, man. No joke. Would love to see you get your hands on a PS1 and watch you play those terrible, broken Harry Potter games that were released. They were terrible. Patrick, I never actually played those Harry Potter games, but I did. I played a lot of PlayStation 1. Twisted Metal 2 was my jam. I played A Bug's Life. I played Final Fantasy 7. We always went and bought the PlayStation magazine, I think it was, or PSX or something. And we would always get a demo disc. So once a month or every other month, we'd go and buy one of those magazines that had a demo disc. So yeah, we had a bunch of demo discs that we'd play. We also rented quite a few games, too, that were just ridiculous. I remember Ape Escape. We rented that one time, and we were so young, we didn't know how to play it or anything like that. But one of my other all-time favorite games that we only rented once, though, was Frogger on PlayStation. Essentially, it's just Frogger, but it's 3D, and there's, different worlds and stuff. Breakfast items ranked, baked beans, no. Nope, I regret even pulling that one up. Hey, Dorito Chip Gamer is in the chat. What's going on, Dorito Chip? He's saying favorite video game. So earlier I answered and I said Super Nintendo games, Yoshi's Island, Mega Man X, and Donkey Kong Country. But if you want different consoles, I would say N64 is the original Smash Bros., but you need friends to play that game. Mario Party 3, Super Mario World, or Super Mario World, or Super Mario 64, there we go. And then Star Fox 64, very much love those. And a guilty pleasure is Jet Force Gemini, which, if none of you guys have played Jet Force Gemini, I would love to see them make a sequel, a gritty, modernized sequel, where you're these three people, the girl, the boy, and the dog, and you're taking out these insects. Essentially, it's Starship Troopers. Thoughts on Injustice? I'm assuming Injustice is the superhero fighting game. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I think it's fine. I think I played the one where it was DC versus Mortal Kombat or something like that, and that was fun. But I'm not really into fighting games that much, because that's a whole skill set of button mashing that I just do not have built into me. I just smash the keyboard, or I smash the controller and hope for the best combos. Thoughts on Kingdom Hearts? I mean, it's essentially a kid's version of Final Fantasy, so I would love it. But at this point, I think I'm so far past it, and the story is so complicated, because there's Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, but then 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.9 and a half. There's so many different versions of it that tie into stories. I think kind of retcon some things at times. I admire it, and I would love to play it, but I just don't think I have the time to actually get into it and kind of understand what the hell is going on. Kill Bill 3 is meant to have Zendaya as the daughter. Honestly, that is perfect casting. I think that would make the perfect daughter in that movie. Plus, Zendaya is Pretty great actress. I haven't seen Euphoria, but a lot of people say Euphoria is really good as well. So yeah, I'd be down for that. Um, Kingdom Hearts 4. Exment. I'm not entirely sure, man. I don't know what that one is. Did you see the Melody game trailer? Melody game trailer. What's this one? I gotta look this up. What is Melody game? Melody game trailer. Let's see here. Kingdom Hearts Melody. Nope. There's even more. Wow. Wait, is this a rhythm game? Did they make a Kingdom Hearts rhythm game now? I don't know about this, man. They're making too much over there. The price is insane. What's the price? What's the price, Dorito Chip? What is the price of Melody? Let's see here. Hey, Flix, what's going on? Hey, Jared. Well, hey, Flix, how are you doing on this Sunday? Maybe it's Sunday for you. Maybe it's Monday. I don't know. It is Sunday afternoon for myself. Art has to say, what's your favorite alcoholic beverage and dessert? So alcoholic beverage, it used to be for years and years and years, a rum and diet, because I just wanted to be a pirate. But now pretty much the only thing I enjoy drinking are vodka soda with a lime on the side. I might be boring. I might be like, a 47-year-old adult drinking that, but I really enjoy it. I don't know why. The last 3 years, that's kind of what I've drifted to. But dessert, I love a good warm brownie with a scoop of just vanilla ice cream on top. Like, that is the perfect dessert. You get a brownie that has, it's kind of a thicker brownie with actual chocolate chips or chocolate in it. You warm it up for a little bit, so when you do bite into it, the chocolate inside is melted, and then you get a nice scoop, maybe two if you're if you're not driving that night. You get 2 scoops of ice cream on top of that, and it is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Favorite horror movie. So Dorito Chip, I think that this movie actually came up, or this question came up a couple podcasts ago or something. I don't know. I talked to someone about this. There's 2 horror movies that I've seen the most, and I'll say that they're my favorites because I don't watch many horror films, but the 2 that I've watched the most are Wrong Turn with Eliza Dushku, I think. I have no idea why. I really enjoyed that movie. I think I watched it as like a 14-year-old on a date, and it just stuck, and I've watched it many, many times since. It is not a good movie. But then the other one that I've watched a ton is The Strangers. The one where, the 2 people are coming back from a wedding, and then all the 3 people come to their doorstep and everything like that. So I think that those are the ones that I've seen the most. I don't know if they're necessarily my favorite because I'm not a big horror fan, but, I'll go with that. Favorite Scorsese movie. I'm going to look up this, see which ones I got to pick from. Martin Scorsese films. I know he has kind of a lot of them fall into the same genre, essentially, He's good at the mob type movie. Just scrolling through Martin Scorsese films here, I might just be that guy and say Wolf of Wall Street. Shutter Island we talked about the other day, and I think it's really good, but I don't think it holds up as much as Wolf of Wall Street. So I'm going to go with that one. For my favorite, what superpower do you wish to obtain? So honestly, different times in my life, it has changed. Flight would be really nice because you could get anywhere probably pretty quickly, depending on how fast you could fly. But I think, honestly, a high metabolism or not having to sleep. Or being able to, and which it might sound really dumb, but, being able to sleep just like that, or being able to sleep only, 2 hours, because I would love to have time on my side, or honestly, maybe I should just slow time down. But I think a high metabolism, so then I can eat whatever, I'm still in shape, and I can move, essentially the Flash, because I could still run really quick, but I also would stay super skinny and fit, and I would eat a bunch of just donuts and stuff. Crunchy has to ask, are you excited for Mulan? Yes and no. I'm looking forward to it because I've heard from the handful of other people that have seen the movie. They really enjoy it. It is a nice change of pace because they're not following the, exact same as the animated movie. But I am not willing to pay $30 for a movie on a platform I'm currently already paying for. Maybe I can get a screener somehow, but I am not going to pay $30. And I know that they just announced today that it's going to release for free on the platform in December. So I probably will just wait until December to watch the movie and maybe review the movie or just watch it. I don't know. I'm curious if you are going to check it out or not. Favorite director? I could be cliche and say Christopher Nolan, but I think I'm going to say Taika Waititi. I think that what he's done recently, I really enjoy. The recent one, Jojo Rabbit. There we go. Jojo Rabbit was a nice, fun movie, even though it tackled some dark stuff as well. But Thor Ragnarok, what he's doing with the other Thor movie, but also What We Do in the Shadows. This guy, he's very funny. I have to watch The Hunt for the Wilder People. That's the only one I haven't seen of his currently. Let's see here. Favorite Judd Apatow movie? I gotta figure out which ones he's done. Was he Judd Apatow movies? Was he responsible for Role Models? Because that one's really funny. Okay, Judd Apatow movies. Funny People, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Staten Island, Trainwreck. Superbad. Was he in charge of Superbad? If so, I'm gonna say Superbad. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is a close one. Judd Apatow romance. Yeah, I don't know. It's claiming that he did Superbad, but I don't remember if he did or not. We're gonna say it. We're gonna say Superbad. All right. Flix is saying, have you seen Pan's Labyrinth? Honestly, no, I haven't. And the funny thing is, I always, until probably 2 years ago, I thought that Pan's Labyrinth and the Labyrinth movie with David Bowie were the exact same movies. Someone corrected me because I think I was on a podcast and said that they were the same. Pan's Labyrinth, is that one more scary, or that's Guillermo del Toro, I believe? Do you recommend it? I have not seen it, so I mean, if you got one, man, throw it my way, man. Jared is always my go-to funny guy. Well, Dorito Chip, I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. How was the milk chug video conceived? Yeah, so if people don't know, I have a video on my channel that's probably 12 years old now, and it's called the Milk Challenge. And in high school, I took a video productions class. It was the very first semester that the class ever existed, and we were given free reign to make whatever video we wanted. And I just thought it'd be funny to do like a dodgeball parody version of a sport, but make it called the Milk Challenge, which if you don't know what the Milk Challenge is, apparently you have to drink a gallon of milk in an hour without getting sick. And a lot of people claim it's impossible. I mean, there's been people that have proven it on YouTube specifically. But we tried to do that twice in high school, and everyone ended up just throwing up everywhere. It was disgusting. And for a long, long time afterwards, I did not want to drink milk because basically I learned how they changed milk into cottage cheese because that's what milk looks like coming back up. Sorry to be graphic for you guys out there. But yeah, the Milk Challenge video is, Milk Challenge video is on the channel. I've been throwing around the idea of doing a follow-up for it, just as a comedy thing, a comedy sketch. So who knows? Maybe we'll get a remaster of that video. What 2 degrees did you pursue? So yeah, I graduated with 2 degrees. One is in accounting and one is in finance. Sure, they might sound the exact same, but they don't, there's like a whole year of classes that don't overlap. But yeah, I have 2 individual pieces of paper to tell everyone that I am a smart person. So yeah, accounting and finance. It's so funny because everyone that knows my personality, everyone that knows me here on the platform, that is the furthest from what I should be doing. Sitting at a desk is probably the worst and least least fun thing you could do. So I will say follow your passions, people, because I'm following mine a little later than I want. You were making a comedy movie. Who is the director, actor, actress, and premise? All right. Who is the director? Honestly, I'm going to go with Taika Waititi. I love Emma Watson, so I'm going to say Emma Watson. And I'm going to say actor would be... Who would vibe well with Emma Watson? I don't know. Maybe... You know what? Let's say I've never seen Robert Pattinson do a comedy. So let's put Robert Pattinson, Taika Waititi, Emma Watson, and the premise is it's essentially the same plot as Just Friends, but instead of him coming back just for Christmas, it's a high school reunion. I'm sure that movie's already been done, but not with those actors and actresses. So we're gonna call that. We're gonna go with that, I guess. Do you have any tattoos? I do not. No, Art. I do not have tattoos, but I've considered getting some. I think that, obviously it's a permanent thing, and I haven't found any that really speak to me. I have thought or found a few that would be really cool. Murals. Essentially just a montage of video game characters and stuff, and I'd want to get that on my calf or something. I don't know. Again, I'm not too into tattoos. I haven't really explored it too much, but I've always been open to the idea. I just haven't found that tattoo or that thing that I really want, obviously on my body. I do have a lot of scar right here, though, a big scar. So I've always thought about getting a shoulder thing too, just to cover that up because it looks really gross. The problem with Denis Villeneuve films is the script. He makes up for it with the visuals. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But have you guys, have you seen Dorito Chip? Have you seen Arrival? I believe that was from him as well. Because I think that's honestly one of the best sci-fi movies of the last decade. Arrival is. Let's see here. Arrival movie. Yep, Denis Villeneuve. All right, guys, I will probably be doing this for another 10 to 15 minutes, so throw your questions in if you guys have them. And thank you so much for hanging out on this Sunday, because I got to go edit about 3 more videos after this. But I wanted to, do this monthly thing for you guys. I'm trying to... Where the hell did the questions go? Jeez, you guys are talking a lot here. You haven't seen The Godfather or Goodfellas? Yeah, no, I haven't seen them, man. I haven't. Sorry, Dorito Chip. I have only now realized how, for a long time now, even, my channel is based around a lot of crappy movies. Yeah, Patrick, every time we collab, you seem to make me watch one of the worst movies ever. And it just keeps going and going and going. So, yeah, poo on you, sir. Thoughts on Fortnite? I do not like it at all. I have a cousin who is much younger than me, and he loves it. Yeah, I think that is a thing. It's a time and place type thing. I think that game hit with people a little bit younger in age. I think I can understand why people like it. It's a cartoon style. It's shooting. It's building. It's just playing games with your friends, and there's a bunch of different outfits that you can get. I don't think that building and shooting at the same time would be fun, because I'd be like, okay, am I shooting or am I building? What am I doing here? Seems like too much work, to be honest. Sean got sponsored by Fortnite. Sean Chandler is sponsored by Fortnite? I did not know that. That's pretty crazy, man. That's awesome for him. What's your favorite A24 film? All right, I'm going to have to pull up all of them, because I know there's some obscure ones out there. A24 films. One that definitely is not my favorite is It Comes at Night, I believe. I went and saw that movie hoping for a horror movie, and that movie literally went nowhere. All right. A24. Let's see what we got here. A24 movies. What do we got here on... Ooh, the Disaster Artist. Actually, I'm going to say... I'm going to say Ex Machina. I'm going to go with Ex Machina as my favorite A24 movie. I'm scrolling through these, and there's a handful I haven't seen, but yeah, I'm gonna say Ex Machina. Go see that, people. Stranger Things 1, 2, and 3, or 3. Honestly, I'd have to go rewatch them, but I think that it's a close toss-up between 1 and 3. 1 had that, like, great... Like, honestly, I stayed home from work for season 1. Like, I started episode 1, and I was like, what is this? And I stayed up till, like, 6 o'clock watching them all, and then called into work the next day because I was so tired because I didn't sleep. So I remember episode 1, like, it was a special time, essentially. Excuse me. But episode 3, I think, kind of starts to build out more characters and world and whatnot. I was making my way through Final Fantasy 9. It's really good so far. Dorito Chip, that's the one I haven't played because I know the main character has that, like, tail, and he's kind of a different kind of creature or animal or whatnot. I played 7 a lot. I played 8. I played 10 and X2. Like, those were my go-to Final Fantasy ones. Is Final Fantasy VII good? I got it and plan to play it. Are you talking about the PlayStation original version or the remake version for PlayStation 4? Because the original one is awesome. I mean, if you're any fan of RPGs and doing all that crazy stuff, highly recommend that one. But also, if you loved the original one and like a more updated style of active battle system and kind of some customization and side quest and kind of a story that's maybe like 50 hours if you really take your time, the PlayStation 4 one I loved. That was a game that I was staying up till 4 o'clock playing when it came out, so I really enjoyed it. All right, DC fandom is coming back. Well, that's a good, that is good. I think that should be a thing because I think that they killed it for sure. They did really well this year. Here's a challenge for you on Twitch. Outlast 2013 on insane difficulty. 2 batteries, no checkpoint, 1 life. If you die, you restart from the beginning. The ultimate survival horror experience. Patrick, that sounds horrible. I don't think I could do that at all. I played it, I think, on easy mode, and they gave me like 27 batteries, and I still couldn't even beat it. Because right now, where I have my game saved, I am right when I'm about to go into the women's wing or ward of the asylum, essentially. Or at least that's what I remember from 5 years ago. That's where I saved it at, essentially. I think it would be fun to play PT again because I still have that on my machine. Favorite Aronofsky film. I gotta look these up now. Aronofsky films, people. Also, get your questions in. I will probably be wrapping this some beach up in about 10 minutes, people. All right, Darren Aronofsky. Okay, yeah, this guy does some weird stuff. I'm gonna say The Fighter. He did that, right? Let's see here. No, he didn't. Whoa, what the fuck? Why is it showing up that he did it? Darren Aronofsky films. Why is it showing that he did that film? Man, Google, you gotta get your shit straight. You are wrong here. Filmography. There we go. Director. Honestly, I'm looking at his filmology here. Not a lot really jumps out at me. I'm not a big fan of, I guess, him or his work. The one, I would say it's a toss-up between Black Swan or Mother. Mother was a hell of a movie. I remember that experience, and it was absolutely bananas. I love Kingdom Hearts, and Final Fantasy IX is only my first Final Fantasy game. Oh, there you go. Kingdom Hearts Melody game. Gotcha. Excited for Deadpool 3. Yes, I am. I'm curious on how they're going to do it, though. Is it going to be in the MCU, on an offshoot of the MCU? What exactly are they going to do with it? So, yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Let's see here. The price to pre-order is $60. $60 for a rhythm game. Wow. Yeah. That seems like, no thank you, sir. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, that's another thing is the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman way too early. Black Panther, Jackie Robinson. There was a handful of other movies, 21 Jump Street, or not 21 Jump Street, 21 Bridges, and Marshall, I believe. I have not seen a couple of those, but yeah, he left way too soon. And that actually was kind of an emotional, like when I read the news, I got very much emotional for sure. Yeah, Get On Up as well. James Brown. So I think he did a fantastic job in what he was doing, and also doing all of the Marvel movies essentially while hiding that and suffering through that was just more power to him. This stream keeps turning into food porn. Yeah, Tyler, that's what we're doing here, man. Nothing but talking about food. Favorite Stanley Kubrick film? I want to say The Shining off the top of my head, but let's look this up. Stu Kubrick movies. Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick movies. I have not seen Eyes Wide Shut, so I will say that. But I'll probably say, yeah, I'll say The Shining. I know that this guy does some weird stuff, like Full Metal Jacket was a different movie, but Clockwork Orange is completely bananas. But I'm going to say The Shining. What was the worst thing you ever did in school or in general that could have gotten you in trouble with the law? There was things that I did that actually happened, but I cannot talk about them because I was under essentially like an NDA or something like that. So I officially can't talk about any of that stuff, but I got a couple of detentions and in-school suspensions and stuff like that. The microphone went out. No. Oh man, we can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Okay. You know what? I need to put some duct tape or something over that because every time I bump the mic, it turns the mute button on. Hopefully, can you guys hear me? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I guess you're not gonna get that story, Patrick. You're not gonna get that story. Sorry about that. Yeah, Black Widow. If it's $30, I'll probably get it if that's the case. Mulan, I'm not gonna get. Yeah, Patrick, I just got your message. The mic was cut out of the stream. Let's see here. Would you pay $30 for Halloween Kills on VOD? I don't think so. Art, I paid. Oh, how much was King of Staten Island? I think that was like $20 or $25. I think it was $20. I personally thought that was way too much. Because I'm the only one watching it. I can go to movies here for like $10 to $12. So paying 30 or 20 for just myself, I don't think is entirely reasonable financially, but I'm looking forward to the movie. I just don't know if $30 I would be willing to pay for it, if that makes sense. All right, guys, we're going to answer a handful of more of these before we get the hell out of here. Okay, yeah, Colin says that Judd Apatow did not direct. He just produced. What's your best, worst, overrated, and underrated David Fincher films? Well, I'm not really a fan of, or I'm not good at doing overrated, underrated. Let's see here. Because I'm just like, I don't know. A lot of this stuff, a lot of the stuff that I don't have attachment to, I'm like, well, it's a movie. I love Zodiac, so I'm gonna say Zodiac is one of my favorites. I'm gonna say, ooh, The Game. The Game is highly underrated. Go and watch The Game if you guys haven't watched The Game. Very highly underrated. Alien 3 is probably his worst if he did that movie. It looks like it's popping up here. And then overrated, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Fight Club. I'm gonna say Fight Club. I mean, I loved it, but I feel like it's overplayed. It's been done. Everyone's seen it. Everyone knows what the hell is going on. All right, I'm gonna answer two more questions. So let's see if there's any good ones in here. Um, have you seen Twin Peaks? I have not. I've watched The Matrix. Superbad is super fun. Milk Challenge behind the chug. Yep, behind the chug. Let's see here. Give me two really good questions. Yeah, all you guys, you can't hear me. My sound was out. I apologize for that. Da 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 da. His sponsorship video kind of made me laugh. Well, I'll have to go check it out. I didn't know that he was sponsored by Fortnite. Are you going to be watching the VMAs on MTV2 tonight? And what are your thoughts of Carly Rae Jepsen? I am not. I honestly didn't know. I used to watch the VMAs all the time. I loved it. But I don't have cable and stuff. So if anything, I'll just watch like replay or the highlights and whatnot. And I actually really enjoy Carly Rae Jepsen's music. Call Me Maybe was obviously the one that everyone gravitates to, but she has a really, like, if you go in depth on some of her music and stuff, she's really smart about, like, someone did some video breaking down how she writes songs and how she, like, what she trying to tell people, and it is, like, it's very bizarre to kind of dive into it. It's almost like a conspiracy type thing, but yeah, I like her music. I like her. All right, one last one. One last question. Let's see here. One last question. I had to play Rae Jepsen's song to make sure my headphones weren't dead. All right. This is the last one from Yeats Easy. Thoughts on R-rated Quentin Tarantino Star Trek? Well, Quentin Tarantino is pretty R-rated is his flavor. You know, he kind of he doesn't like to do things without, you know, a lot of swear words or people blowing up with practical blood effects and stuff like that. I would be very curious because I'm not a big fan of Star Trek. You know, it never has jumped out at me like Star Wars did. I know that there's a huge fan base for Star Trek, but I just think I think it's fine. I think it's whatever, but I think I would love to see what Quentin Tarantino, what kind of spin, what kind of darker or edgier take he could take on the world, the characters, and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm not necessarily anticipating it, but I think I would be excited to see what he has in store for that. But guys and gals and friends and family who are watching, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this live stream. Appreciate it. I know that we had some technical difficulties. Hopefully that the mute button doesn't get hit again, but thank you guys for tuning in. Like this video, you know, subscribe to my channel. I try to do these once a month, and if you do want your questions answered no matter what, jump over and become a JBuck Patreon member over on JBuck Studios on patreon.com. Follow me for video games over on Twitch at JBuck Studios. But otherwise, I have a Lovecraft Country review thing coming later today, and then Tenant tomorrow, so I'm very excited for Tenant. And you know, I'm always streaming games over on Twitch and whatnot. So thank you guys for hanging out, asking questions, all of you guys. Awesome stuff. Yeah, Sunday Funday art. Yeah, had a great time. Thanks for the Sunday Funday. Well, thank you, sir, for jumping by and dropping some questions and everything like that. But guys, we will get out of here if I can find what button I'm looking for, and we'll see you guys later.